Kiki, how are you liking Atlanta? How do we treat you? Is our hospitality good?
Oh, I love Atlanta. I've always loved Atlanta ever since I did my D's film reunion. I loved it since then. I love it here. I do. I really do.
You tickled me. You said, you know what, this is, has a lot to do with me too. I'm growing up. People remember me from Aquila and the Bee. Okay, I'm older now. I need to show who I am.
It's really crazy because a lot of people don't realize the time that Aquila and the Bee came out to now. A lot of people still think I'm the same age. But when I actually got Aquila and the Bee, I was 10 years old. When we filmed it, I was 11, and when it came out, I was 12. And that was a long time ago. I'm 18 now. People send me like, you're not a little Aquila no more. I'm like, that was too many years ago.
And your dad's in the house. Where's Mr. Palmer?
Over there.
A man of alpha phi alpha, I must add. And Mr. Kirk Franklin, who knows the South, knows us all so well. You had a role in this film. You didn't want to take over the whole stage, though, did you?
Well,
you didn't want it to be about you.
Well, I was approached by the gentleman that wrote and directed the movie, Todd Graff, and he approached me and asked me if I would write a song for the movie and what I consider being in the movie, do like a cameo. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'd be more than happy to write. I was, and I trying to figure out what it was, what kind of song he wanted, and everything he wanted. And then when
I have to say something about how great he is, because I remember when Ty was telling me when they were coming up with this, he was like, I'm going to be working with Kirk and all this stuff like this. I'm so excited. And this is the first time they ever worked together. So Ty, he's a very, he starts from the beginning. So he's very calculating and all this type of stuff. So when Kirk was writing, he would call him and be like, oh, so you wrote the song yet? And he'd be like, oh no, I didn't write it yet. All this stuff like this. And then finally, the last minute, he busted out with that joint. That's how amazing he is. He said, I'm gonna let God take me there. And he just did, and that's what came out.
Now, I paid her to say that.
I had to tell y'all that, just so y'all know how brilliant he is.
Oh.
I had to say,
people, you gotta be honest though. When you started in this industry, in this business, and what you were doing with music, with gospel, with hip hop, there were a lot of critics, weren't there?
Yeah, but that's okay. It's okay for people to question what they don't understand, and I think that people should, take something and make sure. Especially when you're saying that you represent God, I think it's, that nowadays we just let anybody get up and say anything because they say they rep God. And I think it's good that there are people that want to make sure that what you're doing, that you really trying to represent the right way. So I have no problems with that at all.
But I think there's a miscommunication sometimes when people think about gospel music. There's nothing that says in the Bible gospel music has to be slow and, don't make you want to dance in order for it to be real. And I think that's
Keep your pay you now.
I think that Global Noise and people like Kirk Franklin really show that it's like, you're dancing and being live, you're still with God. Just because you're having a fun time and, it's still God. You're still worshiping God. So that's what I love most. It changes that.
She's just showing me a lot of love. I don't even know what to say.
I just got to keep it real.
And I think that brings more young people, too, though, into it. Because especially folks who wouldn't even listen to it know the old standards. Kiki did her first song that she remembers doing in the church for me. Talk about your family upbringing, though, too. That was interesting to me.
Yeah, well, my father's deacon. I remember when he became ordained and everything like that. Excuse me, my voice just went out a bit. And my mother's a choir director. So I was telling her when I was younger, I used to beg my mother, like, Mom, please let me sing in the choir, because my mom was like, she's still amazing to me. But as a little girl looking up to my mother, and she's everything I wanted to be. So I was like, oh, you singing in the choir? I want to sing in the choir. Please let me sing in the choir. And she was just like, you're too young. So finally, when I was 5 years old, she gave me my first solo, which was Jesus Loves Me.
Give it to us. Come on.
Okay, let me tell you guys, I thought I was so amazing because I did this little bitty, runny thing. I'm going to show you. So this is what I did.
Well, hold on. Before you do that, while she's showing everybody else love, she sang in this movie, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So this is what I'm saying. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him below, they are weak, but he is strong. I thought I was so amazing for doing that singing. My mom was like, telling my mom, I want to sound like you, because my mom would do like, that type of stuff. And I was like, Mom, I want to sound like you. She's like, Kiki, you just learning to sing. Like, here, just do something like this. He is strong. And I was like, practice that. And I felt so amazing. I got to that part, and now thinking about it, it makes me laugh because it's just so funny.
We are loving. Are they real or are they real?
They're real.
What is our goal come next Friday? I know you guys are going to do this again in Dallas, but come next Friday, we want theaters packed all over the country.
They gotta be. We gotta support one another, you guys. It's gotta be. You guys all gotta go down and watch. I mean, we got some amazing people in this movie. Dolly Parton, Queen Latifah. Remember that speech that she did in there? She sounded just like my mama. I know she sounded like your mama too. So everybody has to go see this movie and check it out. It really uplifts you. And that's what we need in these times.
And we need to show Hollywood that there's an audience that will support it. It's like it's so easy to complain about the movies that come out, and it's so easy to complain about the movies that even come out of our community, but when we try to do something different, it's very important, because the only thing that Hollywood understands is that cha-ching. And so, we can talk about God to them all day, and they may not get that, but if they see that there's an audience that will support a message that has hope and inspiration like that, y'all, I promise you, you'll see more projects like this. And we got incredible writers and directors in the audience like John Gray and all these other incredible people that are trying to put stuff on the big screen, but you gotta support it. So please, next Friday, please support it, because when you support it, you're going to see her in more movies. You'll see Baby Boy doing his thing more. You'll be seeing my sister Dana doing her thing, because when they see it, they'll want more of it. And so please, next Friday, do that.
Important to see all the folks who come out to support this as well. Ron Clark Kids, where are you? Mr. Ron Clark in the house with his kids. Ron Clark Academy, you guys know this. Stand up.